Hi, hello. My name is Kat, and this is Whittier Stitches. Welcome to Flosstube number 13. It has been a little over a month since I recorded. Things have been a little hectic. If you've seen any of my other videos, you will recognize we are in a different place. There is currently an old couch leaning against the bookcase that I normally film in front of. We got new furniture, and me and my husband both felt pretty crappy. So we got the new furniture in and have not got the old furniture out yet. We just slid it to the side. But that's okay. We are in one of my new chairs. It's lovely yellow. It's not that bright in person, but you know how cameras are with colors. There's gonna be a lot of glare because there's nowhere to set up my big light, so I have all of the interior lights, the living room, the dining room, the kitchen, the hallway, like all of the lights are on to make it nice and bright in here. To counteract this window. And I have notes today. We'll see if I use them. I would not be surprised if I absolutely forget to look at them, but if you see me looking down, that is why. I just pop those up right here. Ooh, I moved it. Sorry. I moved you. My bad. All right. I guess life updates at the end. If I remember, I said that last time and then I didn't do any because I forgot by the time I got to the end. So, alright. FFOs. This was a finish last time. It is the Sim Sampler. I did finally get it framed. I did frame it myself. This is a cheap little frame from the Dollar General. Yeah, this is from the Dollar General. The original backing would not fit on it with the foam, so I backed it myself and then put a hanger on because this was originally, you know, it had the hanger on the backing itself here. So I put my own hanger on, backed it. Yeah, super cute. Next one is an FO and an FFO. This is Gamer Skills Foraging by FlossyFoxShop. Last time y'all saw it, it was like 50-something% done. Now it is all the way done. Woo! I do have the other two Gamer Skills. What is it? Healing and possibly cooking. And I bought them similar frames. They're not the same tones, so theirs are black and silver instead of brown and gold. These were Dollar Tree frames, so this was $1.25, and it didn't fit perfectly. I used the sticky board to mount this one, and then just kind of folded the fabric over. I made it fit though. It works. It hangs. It doesn't fall off the wall. That's all that matters. Next one is a start and finish. This, let me explain a little bit. Oh shoot, I didn't bring the pattern over here. Well, so I went on a hunt for the Mirabilia 25th anniversary booklet. It's a little bitty booklet, and it shows like Nora's favorite patterns she had done up to that point, as well as a new pattern called Portrait of Antique Vines. Since I don't have the booklet and have like cornered myself in, propping stuff up around me, so I'm not getting up to go get it. It is a very small pattern. It's about half the size of the other cameos. So I took the pattern and I doubled the size so that it would match the other cameos of Nora and Claire. And then I got rid of the frame and the background. So this is Portrait of Antique Vines, doubled in size, sans frame, sans background. put the camera on the opposite side that I normally do. But yeah, let's see if it'll focus without my head in there. So this is 1/1 tent stitch on 40 count linen. She's gorgeous. And these are petite, Mill Hill petite seed beads. And I just love her, and she's wonderful, and she's gonna have Evanora and Claire on here with her, because boom, next start is Claire right there. And then Evanora's gonna go on this side, and I'm flipping Evanora so that they're all facing the same direction. And so this is, what fabric is this? 40 count Silver Moon Newcastle linen from Zweigart. And then it's supposed to be like a gray, but it looked stark white to me, so I coffee dyed it, which gave it this nice antique-y feel, which was at the point in time that I decided these ladies were going on here. So there's my start of Claire. She is at 863 stitches, and that is 24.1%. Yay! I'm excited over these. These were my focus for most of the month, but they are now on the back burner. Y'all will see why here shortly. This one. Okay, so everybody probably knows of Pinky the Pink and, you know, Make It Pink and the Hannah Alexander team. I mean, Make It Pink works with other artists other than just Hannah Alexander, but that's like her main one, I think. Well, I bought the Princess Peach pattern that just came out, so this is what it's supposed to look like. I did 150 stitches and realized I did them all wrong. All of them. There was no progging and fixing. All of it was wrong. The entire 150 had to come out, so I pulled it out and I started again. And I made it to 133. This is by far the most complicated pattern I've ever done, and that's just the first 150 stitches. There are 15,000 fractionals in this pattern. It is ridiculous. I watch Crafty Gaming Jamie, and I see her, you know, working on Kita, and she talks about it, and oh, she loves it, and oh, this, and oh, that. She did not tell me the heck I was gonna go through working on this lady. Because the hair, the face is just fractional. I mean, literally all 4 legs will be different colors in some spots. It is. Can you tell my allergies are acting up? I've got the... Ooh. It doesn't help that we got all the furniture moved and stirred up all the dust on top of the weather front that just come through and brought a bunch of foreign pollen. Either way, yeah, this one's going to take me 15,000 years. She is at 0.3% done. And that's technically 2 days of work. The day that I messed it up, and then the next day I frogged it and redid this part. But, oh yeah, look, I did this fabric myself. This is, Charles Craft. No, sorry, this is the Kadu, the Amazon Ada 18 count, which I believe is the suggested size. And she's going to take up most of it. But I was having a hard time choosing the color, so I posted up in the Make It Pink group, and what's her name? Ashley? I think it's Ashley. Drawing a blank. The creator of Make It Pink, the lady that runs all that, yeah. Her suggestion was a blue with like cloud-like splotches to be like Mario, and so that's what I dyed. Ta-da! And yeah, she's gonna take up the majority of this fabric. I wanted more clouds around here, around her head, so that's why I chose to start there. Sorry guys, there's gonna be lots of sniffles today. Next start is the Stardew Valley SAL, which you can find on Facebook. I found out about this from Uplift Stitches, who found out about it from Subpar Stitches. So I signed up, and It got started. I'm at 405 stitches. I can't give you a percentage on this one because, well, all the parts aren't out, so I don't know exactly how many stitches it's going to be. There is supposed to be a crap ton of 7 to 8 on this pattern. So what I did instead was I dyed my fabric, which is a 16 count Charles Craft Cottonada. I dyed it to be the color of 728 so I can skip all of those stitches instead. So I think, like, I have the frame put in to mark up, and I went ahead and marked off all of the 728, and it tells me I'm at like 55% done, but really I've only done 405 stitches, so no clue. But I think it'll be fun. I'm not completely sold on the way that the parts are done, because basically, here, I'll put up a picture of the frame. And so, like, train. I'll wait. Okay? Yeah, okay. Anyways, so I'll put the picture of the frame here. And so in my mind, seeing the frame, I was like, oh, cool, it's gonna be like of the farm. And then she started releasing the parts, and they're from different parts around town, which is fine, but they're from a different perspective. They're like zoomed up close instead of like from the same perspective that the overall farm is at. So I don't know what to do. I'm gonna finish the frame. I just need to decide, do I want to do the parts released the way that they're released, or do I want to rechart them to be from the same perspective, but just use the same content? I don't know. I'll figure it out once I finish the frame. Alright, I have one more new start, and it is part of, I mean, I guess all of the new starts were part of haul for y'all. But this is big time haul. I mean, this is Big Mac Daddy woo haul. Y'all just wait. Well, where go? Okay. I bought a lot of 5 patterns. They were all Mirabilias on eBay, and 3 of them were out of print. Let me take them out of the bag. I've been keeping them in a Ziploc bag. But I started one. Y'all, I got my hands on Lady of the Flag. I can't believe I got my hands on Lady of the Flag. I have been wanting this pattern for about a year, and I spent many months looking for it and finally gave up because they were just so darn expensive, and I just wasn't willing to pay that much for a pattern. Well, I found her in a lot with, she was unopened. Obviously, I've opened all of these already, so sorry guys. Tarnished their value, but I don't care because I'm stitching them. Lady of the Flag, Mermaid of the Pearls, and Waiting for Ships. And then there were 2 other patterns that are not out of print, and they were open. These are all out of print and they were unopened. This one, I put it in there sideways, whoops. I took to FedEx and I had a copy scanned, and I have put that into Markup RX, RXP, whatever, Markup RXP, and I'm working from it there. That way I never have to touch the paper pattern again. She has been opened and unfolded and refolded one time, and that is it. She was on the cheaper side because her packaging's damaged, even though she wasn't open. Plus you add these 2 into the price and you get to subtract that, and yeah, okay. Anyways, kind of haul, but you know, need to put those back in the bag. Last thing I need to do is accidentally spill coffee on these or something while I'm filming. I would be absolutely devastated. So I started Lady of the Flag. I did get the 30 count primitive hair We the People Constitution fabric and started over here on the flag because I did the same thing I did with Gaia when I started Gaia. I printed out a like real crappy black and white version of the pattern, not the pattern, the completed image. Like I scanned the front image, scaled it up to the size it would be when it was done, and then played around with where I wanted it on the fabric, and then marked where the top stitch should be, which is going to be right under here, under this little part of the P, because this is like all Krynic up here, so I'm not doing Krynic yet. I plan on doing all of the DMC, and then all of the Krynic, and then all of the beads, which is how they suggest you do it on pretty much all patterns that call for Krynics and beads, but I have never followed those, but I'm going to do it on this pattern, and we'll see how I like it. If I hate it, then oh well. But because I have her in Pattern Keeper, I know exactly how many stitches, not Pattern Keeper, Markup RXP, I know exactly how many stitches she is, and I can tell you that I have done 736 stitches, and she is at 2.2%. So she is going to be my focus piece for a while. I hope to have her done by November, December. We will see. If that does not happen, oh well, no big deal. But that is currently my goal. Because, yay. In this fabric here, I know y'all are probably thinking, what the heck is flapping around? When I stitch, I put my arm here, or here, or here, but it's just to keep the fabric from getting dirty because I'm going to be working on it for so long. This isn't a pattern I think I'm going to get done in a month, so I wanted to protect the fabric from getting ucky because this is a printed fabric and it says do not wash. As you can see, it's very different on the back. But yeah, you can't wash it, so that's just to add extra protection. And as I start curling up this up here, I will add fabric to the top as well for protection, but what's up there now will be out of frame once it's framed, and that one is going to get professionally framed. Bless it. Now we are on to whips. And then this first whip also comes with a cry of help. Please help if you can. Shoot me a message on Instagram, would be greatly appreciated. We all know, we all love my Whip It Good. I am, let's see, I have done 1,472 stitches on it since the last time you saw it, and I'm at 65.5% done. So this is going to be the full size of it. This is Mo's SAL Silks in the color Scream. If you have an extra skein of Mo's SAL Silk Scream, please, 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 please message me if you're willing to sell it. I spilt coffee on my skein, so now I cannot finish this. It was the only one I had, and I ruined the entire thing. And if I don't give more, then this dear Whip It Good will be a forever whip. And while that would be hilariously ironic, I would like to finish it. So if you have this color and are willing to sell it, please message me. Please. Oh yeah. And this is 16 count Charles Craft Ada that I dyed myself. I like dyeing fabrics. It's gonna be terrible, the whole video. If this annoys you, I'm sorry. Next up is Mom's House. I did 1,499 stitches since the last time you saw it. And that puts it at 3.1% done. I have no clue where on it I worked. I don't remember. She did not get a whole lot of attention, which is not very nice of me, I'm aware. This needs to be serged again. My serging has pulled off. Okay. Alright, well, I guess I need to resurge that part. Next up is Horrid Old Hag from Autumn Lane Stitchery. Somewhere up here I got off, and so like my little tree branch sticks out one row too far. Actually, most of this is off. Who are we kidding? I'm doing something that's not gridded. The whole darn thing is off, but I don't care because guess what? You can't tell except for that one little spot that bumps out. And you know what? I'm going to frame it so tight that you're not even going to see those little stitches stick out. They're going to be behind a frame. But yeah, there we go. I have made significant progress. I worked on this for Pink February stitching. This is gotten 1,062 stitches in it since the last time you saw it, and it is up to 9.1%. Look at the little kitty. Look at the little kitty. Okay, sorry. This one's technically a finish for now, but I left it in my whip pile anyways. This is Antique Scissors, which I am doing as a round robin. I have done 496 stitches in it since the last time you saw it. My part is done. This is 93.2% of the overall pattern, but it is 100% of part 1. So this will be mailed off to Jordan at Needle House, and she will be doing part 2, and then it goes to Eve at Queen Bee Crafts. She will do part 3, and then finally Stephanie over at Cross Stitch the Globe will do part 4. I did not have to have this done until the end of March, but I went ahead and finished it because otherwise I would get distracted and not finish it. I'm sorry for the yawn. I am so exhausted. There has been stuff going on. Well, kind of. Whatever. I'm sleepy. Let's see. I pulled out Gaia. And I finished her hair. Ain't she pretty? Look at those lovely locks. That big old mane of hair. I did 501 stitches, and that puts her at 5.9% done. And oh, I didn't tell you the fabric for those. Okay. So Horrid Old Hag is 32 count Belfast linen by Zweigart, Rit dyed by me. Antique Scissors is 32 count Zweigart Belfast linen, Rit dyed by me. And then I do have another whip. I worked on Luna Love from Sprouting Lupine. But the project bag that it is in is currently on the bookshelf that the couch is blocking. So I can't get to it, so I can't show it to you. But I can put a picture in. This is where I was at last time we worked on it. Or not last time. Yeah, last time I worked on it. Not the last time you saw it, but the last time I put stitches in. And I did 334 stitches on Luna Love, and that brings her to 8%. Anyways, back to Gaia. This is 16 count Charles Craft Cotton Ada that I hand painted to give the effect that I want. The idea is that she is lightening up the world as she walks into it. So this will all be obviously behind her, and she's brightening it as she goes. All right, now we are on to haul. That's all the stitching. Okay, so this is haul, but I didn't pay for it. So, Witch's Garden Crafts, there you go. Make sure I put the S's in the right place. Did a giveaway on Instagram and Facebook. My friend Eve from Queen Bee Crafts won the giveaway, and so the way it worked was when you would enter by commenting and tagging a friend. And if you got chosen, you and the person you tagged won a piece of fabric. So I was the person Eve tagged, and so I got this fabric in the mail, and it is called Slasher. It's 14 count Aida, and it's magical. It is amazing. It is so saturated. It's looking way brighter on camera than it is. It is this dark color over here on the side is closer to what it looks like. It's gorgeous. I don't know why the camera always makes the modeling look so much wider than it really is, but it's delicious and lovely, and I'm obsessed. And I finally went and checked out Witch's Garden Crafts Etsy and looked at their fabrics that they dye, and I fell in love with a bunch, so I'll probably be ordering some of their fabric soon. The only thing I would say is I wish they serged their fabric, but they do rip out a good bit of the fibers so that there's enough sticking out that it shouldn't fray anymore. But I will still go through and serge these edges just because, or not serge, I'll use my regular sewing machine. My serger's heavy and I don't like pulling it out very often, but I will go zigzag the edges, because I have a feeling this is going to turn into multiple small projects, so I will use it a lot, so I'm more likely to damage the edges. I'm like, what next? What next? Let's do monthlies. I got my Mosale Silk color of the month. This is the January 2024 color of the month. You know what? Let me take it out of the wrapper. This is something new that Mo is starting for this year. There was not a February color of the month because Mo has been really sick. In fact, we have barely heard from her at all, which is very unusual for her. But so this is the color of the month. Is it not gorgeous? I just, obsessed. Obviously it's a whole hank, so it's 120 yards. I have no clue where I'm going to cut it at. See, that's why I always struggle with these variegated threads, is where do you cut it at? Because it's phenomenal. I don't want to interrupt any of the color flow, but I can't use a strand that's 120 yards long, can I? No. No, I cannot. I feel like they need to be cut in different places so that they have different ones. So maybe I will rewind this at a different length so that the colors don't match up in the same spot and they'll be all kinds of fun and funky. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. But either way, it's gorgeous. I love it. My next monthly is from Millennial Fabrics. This is the January 2024. I have 28 count Lugana, and this is called Mystic Rain, which is like a blue-gray. But because we're next to this, it's wiping it out and looking just straight gray. It has a very subtle blue to it. It's, it's trying to pick up the right color. That little flash of blue that keeps showing up here is the real color. I don't know why it's doing funny stuff with the, whatever. Cameras, technology. It is what it is. But yes, it's gorgeous. It's actually blue in person. Like I said, not blue, but subtle blue. And again, the modeling's not that strong. Cameras just like to wash it out, white it out. Bless you, little man. What you going on a sneeze fit over there for? He said, same reason you do, Ma. And we have, this is the greenhouse from Cottage Garden Samplings, fabulous, from their Fabulous House series. This is the third one. I did October Fiber Arts, October House Fiber Arts, Into the Garden Softly. This is, I don't remember the name of the company, but the pattern was Into the Garden Softly. It was like the gate with the little arch. And then just, I felt like these two would complement each other very well. So I bought it because I want to do them, and I plan on doing these colors and the same ones that I used for the other one. And then I'll have to pick out a couple more because those we did extremely pastel. You can barely see them on that gray fabric, but I think it'll do nicely with this one as well. So I'd like to put those together. I actually ordered that pattern twice. Apparently I liked it so much I ordered it twice. I'm giving the second copy to a friend, so it's not going to go to waste. These are the other two that came in the Mirabilia lot. I have June's Pearl Fairy and July's Amethyst Fairy. These were both open and used, but I have not even pulled them out the sleeve to see if they're still good. I would assume they are. I don't plan on stitching these. The only June and July's I have in my family are boys that don't want fairies. So it is what it is. I'll see if any of my extended family wants these stitched, and if not, then I will sell them or give them away or something. Fabric. Got some little fabrics. This is 32 count Veldt Belfast linen. Picture this plus. I got this with the intention to do Autumn Town from Autumn Lane Stitchery. They call for a lot more green of a color. This is coming across really brown, but I promise it's green in person. I think it's because my lights in the living room are yellow instead of white. It's changing the colors of everything. Or they're the, what is it supposed to be, soft white or whatever? It's yellow. So I intend to do Autumn Town on this fabric, because they call for a green, which is a pretty green, don't get me wrong, but like fall here where I live is a lot crunchier than the green that they call for, so I feel like this fabric gives the crunchy grass feeling better. So I will be doing that. This looks a lot tighter than my other 32 count. May do a 1/1. If not, it'll be 2 over, it'll probably end up being 2 over 1/10 stitch, but if it's this much tighter than my other one, I might be able to get away with 1 over 1/10 stitch. We shall see. Either way, I'm gonna make it tiny. I love doing over 1/10 stitch. It makes me so happy. Speaking of, haha. This is a gorgeous green. Wish y'all could see it. This is picture this plus Valor in 40 count Newcastle linen. It is a beautiful green. I just, ugh. This was another option I had purchased for the same Autumn Town. I don't like this one as much for Autumn Town, but the fabric itself I like better, so I will find something to put on it, and it'll be wonderful. Let's see. I got some of these little doodads. These are just little 18 count Kadu Ada from where I was testing different color mixtures for the peach fabric, but I didn't want to like waste my swatches, so I sewed the edges and I kept them. They will work for tinies at some point down the line. So this was one solid color. This was another solid color. These were those two colors mixed together, which is what I ended up using. So, yeah. Last thing is not really haul, it's a make. I made this project bag. I am trying to cut down on my fabric scraps. I am a big fabric waster. I always have been. I like to fussy cut, and I end up wasting a lot of fabric, and I throw away a ton of usable scraps because I'm like, oh, well, this isn't enough to do a whole thing, so I'm just not gonna, like, as you can tell, this fabric is the same as the inside, and I never do that. Normally it's the same fabric that's on the back, but I didn't have enough. So this fabric usually would have gone in the trash for me. Same with these bindings. These are scrap leftover bindings that normally would have gone in the trash, but I am trying to reduce my fabric waste. And so I used all of these scraps to make one project bag. This holds my Princess Peach, which these colors are gorgeous. Look at all those gorgeous threads together. But yeah, I intend to make more scrappy bags to prevent myself from creating such large waste. Oh, goodness. Oh, wait, I do have one more thing for haul. Let's see if I can figure out how to show this to y'all. I got a Lowry stand, y'all. So that's what the base looks like. It has holes all along here. Comes with a cotter pin. So you pull the plastic rubber off. Let me loosen this up. You choose what height you want it to be at, stick it through, and then you set the metal down, the pole down on top. So this does not go through the inner pole. It actually goes below it, and then it sits on top of it. So that's what keeps your height. I've also found that if you need to be in a weird in-between spot, usually you can tighten this down enough that it'll hold it in between the two if it's weird for you. And then your clamp, this adjusts in and out. This part here is not super long, so if you have a really big chair or couch or whatever that has real thick arms, this is not gonna do super well. I actually bought the armchair I'm sitting in because of that. Our furniture, my husband is a huge person. He's just a giant of a man. So all of our furniture is really big. And so I got my Lowry stand in, and I was all excited to use it, and I could not use it because our furniture was so big, it just didn't reach me. The only way I could use it was to put it directly in front of me and then have it sticking towards me. But even then, again, the furniture's so big, I ended up having to like lean forward, and that defeated the whole purpose because I got it to try to help my back and my neck. Been cross-stitching so much that my back and my neck are starting to hurt real bad. So I went out and bought an armchair after I bought the Lowry stand so that I could use the Lowry stand. So just be warned. They do make an extra large bar that, from my understanding, based on the images, this side is the same length as this side, so they look equal in the picture at least. So that should get you past the super big arms, but that bar by itself is like $50-$60 depending on where you get it from, and I got this chair for $40, so it was cheaper for me to get a smaller chair than it was to get the larger arm. I did order my Lowry stand through Love Crafts. It was the cheapest place I could find to order them in general, and then they do free shipping over $65, and this was definitely over $65, and then they also allow you to use coupons. So I had originally planned on trying to find a used Lowry stand, but this gray color, because they have the fun colors, but those cost significantly more. This gray color on their website with free shipping and a 20% off coupon. I got it. It was like $128 plus taxes, which is really good considering like this one on other websites is like $180 or something like that. But having ordered through them now, I have a 30% off coupon. So, like, darn. Wish I'd had that before I ordered, but you get it as like a thank you for ordering. Whatever. Maybe I'll order a second one in a little while. I'm going to be stitching in 2 different places, which is something we are about to show you in life updates. So, life updates. Here we go. Something I forgot to mention last time that I should have mentioned is I am going to the Charlotte, North Carolina, Queen City Stitch Retreat hosted by Amy and Maggie from Fiber Arts, Amy and Kitschy Whips, which is super exciting. I'm going to be rooming with Eve from Queen Bee Crafts. I do know quite a few other people that are going, but Eve is the only person I've already met in person. So we chose to room together for that reason. So we'll be sharing a hotel room. I'm super excited. The room's booked already. My ticket's paid for already, obviously. Well, my seat at the the retreat. This is not a convention, it's a retreat. My seat for the retreat has already been paid for. The room's been paid for. I will have to book plane tickets. I don't intend to drive. I do intend to fly from Dallas to Charlotte. But I'm going to wait till closer because every time I look up flights, Google's like, these flights will be cheaper in so many months. So I'm like, okay, I'll wait. But like, I don't like waiting. Because in my head, I'm like, oh no, what if every spot on every plane on every flight is full? Which is stupid, and I know that's not going to happen. And worst comes to worst, I can fly out of Houston or Shreveport. Those are further away, but still doable. Let's see. Anything else exciting happen? Before I get to the big thing. Erin has started the artwork for our next pattern, and I've seen bits and parts. I've seen a part of it, which is awesome and wonderful and amazing. It's gorgeous, and I love her so far, and I bet I will love her when she's done. I am actually going to see Erin on February 28th. I have a tattoo appointment with him. I have 4 tattoos. Erin did 3 of them. The first one I got when I was 19, sitting in my then father-in-law's living room floor. And it's terrible and awful and I hate it. So I gave Erin free reign and said, do whatever you can with it. I sent him pictures of it and he is going to do what he can with it. It was originally... Yeah, I'll put a picture up here of what it looks like, if you have any interest at all in in what it looks like. But originally, it was, like, colored and shaded, and it was, like, looked really rusty, and it was supposed to be, like, a steampunk heart. With at the time, I had 2 kids and a stepson, so, like, the 2 patches that were the same were supposed to represent my kids, and then the one that looked like it had been, like, the different one was supposed to be my stepson. And then my ex-husband's name was Rusty, so it was supposed to be like a rusted heart. And then like the artwork my then sister-in-law drew. And it's awful and it looks terrible and I hate it and I don't want any symbolism from my ex-husband left on my body. The colors did fade. None of the colors stayed, which is wild because, I mean, it faded within 6 months. And, like, my tattoos from Erin are over a year old and not faded at all versus the one this heart one was completely gone. All the colors were gone within 6 months. And I took care of it the way you were supposed to. It just, the artist did a bad job, which is not surprising. The outline stayed, and so Aaron's gonna see what he can do with it to make it cuter, make it more his style, reclaim it from the stupid symbolicness from my ex-husband, because but I do still like the symbolism as far as the kids, and I still do talk to his oldest child, because the mother of that child is one of my best friends, actually. So my ex-husband's ex-fiance is one of my best friends. And so I still talk to my bonus son, and then, of course, she's got, like, 3 other kids. So, like, all of them I still count as bonus children, even though I have no actual claim on them. But they're my babies. Even though, given how far apart we are, it's mostly they're my babies on Facebook, but they're still my babies. I don't care. And then, let's see. So, tattoo appointment on the 28th. So, next time y'all see me, I will be able to show you what that looks like finished. And then, I got big gift. It's a big redneck gift, but it's a big gift. My husband's calling me right now. Okay, so hold on, actually. Okay, you're probably in a different spot now. I had to answer the phone. I was talking about my husband and he called. Anyways, so redneck gift. My husband's boss gave us an old, and I mean old construction job site trailer. It had been sitting behind the office building for the last 12 years unused. It is from like the 90s, I think. It's old, it's beat up, and needs a lot of work. But it's mine, and I'm turning it into a craft room / she shed type deal. It is redneck as crap. I am super excited about it. I'm going to show it to you. The company logo is across the front, so I'm either going to have to sticker over it or blur it out or whatever I can do to make it where you can't see what company my husband works for, because, you know, internet safety. But I will take you over there and show it to you. Now, if you have issues with places that rodents have lived in, you might not want to watch this part. And if you don't watch it, then you're good to go, because this is the end of the video. But I will take you on a quick little tour, and then it'll be done. So, love y'all. Bye! Okay. If you get motion sickness, you might not want to watch this video, because it's going to be rough. This is not its permanent home. This is a temporary location until we get a spot in our yard cleared out. This is over at my father-in-law's house right now. But this is the little trailer. It needs a lot of work. Like, it needs a new door. It needs new everything. And a porch, which we're not going to put the porch on until we get it where it's staying, but we do have a porch for it. It is filthy, but cleanable. There's a few spots that I'm going to have to repair. It's no biggie. I don't mind doing stuff like that. This is coming out, and this is going to be where my armchair and table goes. Get over here. This is going to be 3D printers, and then storage for their stuff. And then I don't know what I'll do with this space in front of the window, but I'll figure something out. That heater down there will come out. The AC up there will stay, though. And then, so this room is about, it's 7'8" across, and then this room's 10 foot long, and then the second room is 15.5 feet long. This desk is not staying. It came with the trailer. I love it. It's gorgeous, but it's just so big it takes up entirely too much space. So that's gonna be sold, probably. Cleaned and sold. It's got a random lower and a random upper that are not with each other, and I don't know why. Let's zoom out a little bit. Here we go. So the plan is for my sewing center to go here. Then I'm gonna have cabinets along this wall and then across this. You all see this big wooden door. So there's a roll-up door on the outside of the trailer. And then there's this big wooden wall that's a safety wall so that people can't break in through the roll-up door. Because again, this was a construction job site trailer. I am leaving the wooden wall up because I want to be able to attach things to the wall. And I can't do that on this kind of wall, but I can on that wood one. So yeah, it'll be cabinets. This wall's gonna stay open. Depending on how much space, I may get like a love seat or something of that sort to put over here. But yeah, all in all, it's just a big, open, dirty trailer that needs a lot of work. I gotta patch this roof over there. You see up there the water damage. But I have the sealant I need to patch the roof. I just have to actually do it. But yeah, so that's the trailer. That's trashy and redneck, and I'm excited. Bars and all. I'm probably actually gonna leave the bars up because I don't feel like dealing with all the holes in the wall from where they're bolted on. Is that terrible? Maybe? I don't know. Oh well. Okay. Bye!